This is police headquarters. A lot of times they don't answer when I call or play games and don't. Because they're committing a lot of crimes at police headquarters. Internal affairs. They're depriving me of records for all these reports. So they just don't answer. You have to see it to believe it. What I'm calling about, because I've been going through my videos and I noticed that they don't have their body cams on. Used to be they didn't even have their body cams present at all. So that's clearly tampering with evidence. So they come out, cut their body cams off, or don't have them on. And I was told that you cannot go, and I mean, they're breaking the law even to sabotage my right to go to court, multiple different locations. These are unheard of experiences. That's why I knew that it was something substantially wrong before COVID. These people really thought in their insanity that they were going to deprive me from air service from every location they could, and they were doing it. 3 and 4 times a day, I would try to venture out and enjoy the living nightmare that I was forced to live in and try to make the best of my situation. And at every location, when they didn't perceive that there were witnesses, they schemed to deprive me of services, even down to going to grocery stores. Grocery stores, convenience stores, randomly. They would just say, get out. They did not care. At hotel rooms fighting for my life, the police would knock on the door. They were so bold in schemes. They kept doing it so I wouldn't answer the door. I hadn't done anything. They were just abusing power. Then they said, we'll break the door down. I have called and tried to report these gangsters. I'm deprived of law enforcement from every avenue I could get to. They are openly committing a lie. I told people your life is in jeopardy too, because if the government can get this out of control with no consequences, we are all in danger. And no one heard me for years, witnessing me getting violated, being a part of it, not doing anything. Down to stealing food stamps, child support, Social Security, the con artists I have forced to speak with on my phone, robberies, my bank covering for crimes. If you are a part of a church location and your church is depriving me of services, even if the government told you, you are still a conspirator. You have no right to give people services and deprive me of the services you give everyone else. If you're a support system to other women fleeing domestic violence situations and you deprive me of those services, you are a conspirator. So let me call the only place. I'm railroaded back to South Central Patrol because that's highly under control. And the other places that I may find integrity, they just deny me services. That way I don't have any access to talking and running into anyone with integrity. So they forward me over to the completely bribed place where they have posted up on the wall, you tamper with evidence upon this person's arrival, and they do it. That's what I'm forwarded back to. So let me call them. Hello, may I have your name?
Officer Brown.
Hello, Officer Brown. I'd like to know for the procedure for the body cams. When the police is doing a report or you're speaking with a police officer, what is the procedure? She's transferred me in the middle of a call, probably a voicemail. They would hang up and purposely try to be emotionally abusive. So I used to be in tears. But I'm used to it now. This has been going on years. And the CPS won't unhands any information, domestic violence locations. Hello? They're muted. No one will give me any information. Attorneys I call, the scammers that I call. Hello? Hello? And mind you, I thought any time that I could get murdered and have been going through this. I thought highly, highly terrified for my life, and they have been doing this. Getting away with this chaos years before COVID. Hello. This is a psycho stalker from horror movies. This is why I tried to tell you guys before COVID, you were in jeopardy and was repetitively ignored. Psycho stalkers from horror movies do not need to be controlling the government to this degree. You think of, let's break into her phone. You think of let's terrorize her family so they won't help her too. In fact, let's go to her church and terrorize them till they violate her too. In fact, let's do it at all churches and have been successful. In fact, hey, heck, we have been getting away with that. So I don't typically cuss. So heck, that's extreme for me. So anyway, so we're getting away with all that. Well, how about we deprive her of food? We're getting away from with that. Hey, let's just even prevent her from making cell phone calls. Let's just hack our network so she can't even make calls. You know what? I'm angry that she tried to escape me. You go there and you arrest her at that support group. And what did they do? They did it and assaulted me. And what did all these parties do? Look, watched, observed, and did nothing. I'm not saying that it's related, but if you sat there, looked, and watched and did nothing, and then with COVID, you didn't have rights either, I just don't see how you'd be surprised. This is a video diary.